Hi guys, I'm picking back up from where we left off yesterday. So this is the drawing from yesterday. I haven't changed it. I did save it though, nothing's lost, and it's in the same program. I'm still using MediBang Paint Pro. We have Len, and so far he is colored exactly in the way that I usually do when I'm starting with black and white and then coloring on top of it. Where I start with like the base sketch and then add more. But I'm gonna start adding effects, and I realized that. So I'm gonna try to do this thing called redlining. My computer is not on its best behavior today, though. So I'm gonna mark out where I wanted the face to be, and then I'll try to correct it from there. So that's around where I wanted it to be, and as you can see, it's not exactly there. That's just a personal preference, but I think the shape of the cheek helps a lot with showing the angle of the face. So maybe this is a good time to redo my line art. Since before I hadn't had a refined line art, I had a sketch. No, please let me know if we have trouble with video or audio quality, because my computer seems to be running a lot of background processes, and I've done what I could to close them, but I think it might be related to the update it did last night. I'm avoiding moving over to Windows 11 for as long as I can because I'm stubborn and haven't heard very good things. But my computer seems to be punishing me for that. So that's way too big. So this pen has a bit of a texture to it, and it's a lot thinner than the other one. So I like it a lot for lining. Okay, I'm glad it's working, because on my end it's actually quite laggy, not just in the video preview, but also when I'm trying to draw. It's laggy enough that the lines aren't going where I want, and when I'm trying to move around on the screen, it's not going where I'm expecting. It's a little off. I'm having trouble changing the sizes of brushes too. Well, alright, I guess I will see you here. So what I'm trying to do is blend the shape of the cheek back to where I was expecting it to be. Since it ended up quite a bit smaller than I had intended. Well, alright, it's fine if you can't, if you can't talk today. It's still a busy time since school's about to start back up. Uh, I'm doing really well today. It's warm in my room. It's a bit cold downstairs, but Last night I had hot chocolate, so I wasn't cold at all. I had soup today as well, so it was nice and cozy. And we have a heater downstairs too. It's not the main heater, but it's nice and warm, so really no loss. It's been quite nice. I think my computer isn't being a fan of me today, because no matter where I try to place the line, it's not following it to where I'm drawing it. That's okay. That's fine. This is starting to clean up. So yes, the hot chocolate was better than mediocre. You made the hot chocolate. It was good. Well, last night I said it was going to be udon, but it was actually ramen, and it was super good, and I had salmon and boiled eggs with it, and it was amazing. It was seriously really, really tasty. What all did I have in there? I had some chopped chilies as well, because I like spice. Yeah, it was just really good. Salmon and ramen and boiled eggs, chopped chilies. I had spinach and stuff in mine. Vegetables are good. They're tasty. That is likely. A ghost very likely possessed my computer. I can, see the confusion, maybe it's Len, since he's stuck on my old computer. He's probably mad. Moved onto this one to get revenge for being stuck on the one that's held together with duct tape. Like, how dare you? How dare you put me on a computer that's held together with literal duct tape? It's fine, though. I'm sure he'll be fine. Unless he's the reason my computer is laggy right now, in which case, how dare. Of course I like salmon. Fish is top tier food. Fish is just a very, very good food. I like fish, and I like Vocaloid. but not both for eating. Fish is for eating. I don't think robots would taste very good. Especially since they aren't even physical robots. Like, I would have nothing to gain from eating like a bunch of code. Don't think that'd be very nutritious. Could be funny though. But not funny enough. It's not worth it. Yesterday, I was actually using Vocaloid on my old computer, and I was trying to change the voice bank I was using because I was using Rin, and I wanted to use Len, and I went to change it to Len, and Len was gone, and I was just utterly perplexed and a little upset. I swear, I was having a heart attack. Like, Len just wasn't there, and for some reason he had been disabled as an active singer on my computer, but I was able to get him back, obviously, because it's like, I mean, I've still got the license and everything. It wasn't a big deal, but it scared me so bad when I opened the menu, and he literally was not even there. Like, not there at all. His name wasn't there. He wasn't there. His English bank. I still had the other banks, so I knew it wasn't something really weird that happened, but the English is the one that I use the most, so it was unpleasant. It was not a welcome surprise. I don't think code's that tasty. What kind of code? Maybe some is tasty. I haven't really tried to eat it, at least. And that's just eating somebody's hard work too. Probably not ideal. I don't, let's see. I haven't ever tried eating code, but perhaps some sort of code is tasty. None of them have very tasty names, though. You know, maybe Len was taking a nap, but it was time to wake up. Or, you know, more likely he was probably asleep. It was like 2 a.m. Anyway, he had disappeared, and I was like, where did you go? And I freaked out, and I asked my sister, where did Len go? And she was like, equally panicked, just not like crazy about it. I was totally freaking out, but I just had to open a second menu. I've had it happen before, but that hasn't happened in like years. Fish-shaped foods that actually aren't fish are still good. Goldfish are good. Those fish-shaped buns that are full of red bean are top tier. Actually, red bean anything is top tier. Fish-shaped foods are good. Fish is superior in most cases, especially like goldfish is good, but only if you're in the mood for it. Now, the fish-shaped buns, on the other hand, like any time, I will definitely eat that. And I guess it does depend what kind of fish. I say I like fish, but some fish is definitely better than others. Like salmon is best for eating, but some fish are better for watching. Like we have an aquarium, well, like one of those fish tanks, and all the fish in there are very cute. but they wouldn't be very tasty, and I don't try to eat them, I promise. I'm not sitting there digging my little dirty paws in the tank trying to, like, scoop out the fish. That's just rude. They're minding their own business. They wouldn't even taste good. Goodbye, lining that makes any sense. Hello, just making lines. I'm probably gonna color it like I said I wouldn't do yesterday. I'm in the mood to color it now. I think it'll make it look better. And probably make a little more sense too. I was trying to do clean line art, but I'm probably gonna make it round again. Just lines sort of going where they're supposed to go. It's fine. They're sort of going where they're supposed to go, and that's what matters. Oops. I'll get the eyes next. I need to make them pretty. Yo, mod, I might be in need of some assistance. There are a lot of bots today. I don't think that's very nice. I already said that I don't think code's very tasty, and I bet they're written in something that doesn't taste good at all. Not that I've tried to eat bots. Yes, I do edit the pre-made brushes occasionally, and I've made a few of my own, but generally I just use the pre-made ones because they're easier and less likely to look bad at certain angles. But I can show some of my custom brushes I've made as well. I'll just do it on a different layer off to the side, because they're pretty cute. Do it in a super bright color so we're able to see them. So this is one that makes stars, and it's cute. And this is one that at small brush sizes looks like a cord, which, I mean, it's not hugely helpful, but sometimes you just want wiry looking things. This is a watercolor brush that's like stronger. The edges are smooth, but the inside's really strongly colored. And then I have a bunch that are patterns, like this is like a fern, and this is a bunch of leaves. And this is a pattern that I made for a school project. Hi, sorry about that. Yes, I have a bunch of bots. I need help with that. I have a few more plant ones. Yeah, I like those too. I especially like the one that just looks like a pile of leaves, because when I use it for backgrounds, it gives it nice texture. Although the stars work really well for that too. I've actually drawn a picture where I put the stars on a watercolor mode and colored most of the background with it. It looked like really good. Well, in my opinion, it wasn't excellent, but I liked it a lot. This is the symmetry pen. I didn't make this one. It's the one that I was showing yesterday that does basically exactly what you'd expect. This is one that I did that's actually like I just put a single pixel down, and it's so that I can just make a line that's in one thickness and doesn't change. Was it necessary? Not really, but I found it pretty useful. And this is one I made with a bunch of flowers because I like it. This one's also one with a bunch of flowers that I've used for backgrounds. When you put a bunch of them together, it looks like hydrangea. This one's roses, because I have trouble drawing them, so I just drew a couple. I can't remember if this is one I drew or one that came with it. This is one I drew, that's a lace pattern. This one's flowers. Well, if they'll show up. There we go. And then the rest are defaults that came with it. So I'm gonna get back to lining. I'm gonna get back to lining this. That's making it look a little cleaner. I'm thinking I'm gonna line the face on a different layer because when I change the colors of this, I won't necessarily want to change the colors on the face. I might need to change the angle of this to make sure I can get it smooth. If you see weird looking links from weird looking usernames in the comments, please don't click them. They're a bunch of bots for some reason. There it is. Thank you. Yeah, I usually just use the default brushes, but I use some custom ones when I'm drawing backgrounds or pictures that have a lot in them, like a lot of plants or the likes, because it makes it a lot faster. And drawing a bunch of petals by hand is not ideal, nor is it extremely fun. For me. Some people, though, it's really crazy and really impressive how much they do completely by hand. To make the custom brushes, I'll like draw what I want to be in the brush in a different canvas and then load it in. So it's really simple. I'm not writing script brushes. Although I do want to try that sometime, I just haven't found a need for it because most of them that I would want have already been written, so I can just download them. I just can't draw this curve on the headphones. Yay! That's okay. I'm sure I will get it. Control Z has become my best friend today. But on a more positive note, I'm really happy with how the shading came out on the headphones. They look pretty shiny, and they actually have shape even without me being able to get the line art in there. I do not draw backgrounds a lot. I should probably draw them more than I do. I just like drawing people and everything else is secondary, so I don't draw backgrounds very much. And when I do, it's usually a bit difficult. I'm not very good at it. Although I do find it helps if I draw the background first and then draw the subject instead of trying to fit a background to the subject after the fact. Yeah, random colors are definitely the way I do it. I'm just like, here's a color, that's my background. No shapes, no anything for me. I don't really make backgrounds. I try though. There are some times that I've tried to make backgrounds. Recently I've been getting a tiny bit better at it, but I still don't draw them very often, so I haven't improved very much. But hopefully I'll draw backgrounds a lot more as I get more used to it. It helps if I know what I want the finished drawing to look like before I just start, though. And usually I start without even thinking about what the finished product's gonna look like, because I find it more fun, but it makes it harder for me to finish. Yep, that's quite Len-ish. See. Ooh, I missed a piece of hair over here. I'm gonna zoom in way too far. Don't look at how ugly it is. Ah. It's okay. It looks quite a bit cleaner. I should be able to add the face as well. What even is this layer? I don't know anymore. Okay, and this one's going to be the face. Now I remember I was going to make the eyes glowy, so I should probably pick like a really, really bright color to line those parts with. But if they're going to be glowy, are the pupils going to be white or are they going to be black? Because usually they'd be black, but if they're glowing, maybe not. Oh, well, I haven't made stickers before, but it seems really fun. I've thought about it a little bit, but I have trouble cleaning up my line art, and I feel like stickers look best with like cleaner line art and cleaner coloring, whereas everything I do is kind of like blurry, but I'm sure I'll get better with practice at making them a little smoother. I think it'd be really fun though. It sounds like it would be really fun to see something that you made take a physical form of some sort. It's kind of the reason that I like making models for people, is because I can see something that I drew come to life, even if it's not like physical. Yeah, backgrounds are really tough. I struggle a lot, but I've gotten a tiny bit better, although I can't prove it because I'm not drawing a background right now. And I'm glad the music's a vibe. Next Thursday, I'm going to try to make a background track while showing y'all how I do it. I think it'll be super fun. And then a week after that, I've actually decided I'm going to do a singing stream, assuming that I can get my mic hooked up in a way that the lag between the music and when my mic gets stuff picked up isn't painfully long. I can't hear the background music actually, so I'm not sure what track it is, but I actually named a bunch of the tracks. Some of them are quite meme-ish, so I hope it's fun. Thank you, Maud. Thank you. Eyes. I want to draw thick eyelashes. But I always draw them rather thin. Because it looks more natural, but thick eyelashes are so pretty. So I'm going to try it. Plus, if I'm going to make glow, it's going to look a lot better if I have eyelashes for the light to actually, like, show on. I think that would look pretty good. Suddenly, I think I have an idea for how I'm going to make the eyes glow, but it's probably going to include making the rest of the picture a bit darker. His eyebrows are gone. I'm so sorry. I would be more sorry if it didn't make me laugh, though. Wee. I'm sorry about your eyebrows. Oh, yeah, I'll share the names of the tracks. I'm sure I'll find a way. I can't hear what's playing right now, as I tell you, but what I did for the background track that's playing is I took a bunch of different background tracks that I'd worked on and put them all together into a gigantic wave file. But each of the different parts, since it's not all one track, they all have their own names. Some of them I haven't really named, except like things like written in like 5/4 time and weird stuff like that. Like not really good names, but some of them have actual names. Like one that played during the debut that you'll probably hear is it sounds like meowing, and I called that one Cat Factory, and it was really fun to make, and it made me laugh a lot. So I've got a bunch of them like that with just like weird names and weird little things, but it makes it more fun. It's more fun to make stuff like that. So that's why I do it. And I give them funny names, because what's the point of making something funny if I can't laugh about it later? Sorry about your eyebrows. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. They're horrible. Give me a new layer for eyebrows, because those are just, those were bad. I'm really, truly sorry about your eyebrows, sir. It's fine. As if it never happened. Eyebrows. I could make it fun with a glow effect. No, the only thing I'm a little scared of now is that if I put an effects layer on top, I might start getting in music you call it clipping. I assume it's not called clipping here, since clipping is when you're sticking one layer like on top of the other. The equivalent of clipping, where some things turn completely dark and I lose contrast in some areas. So I'm a bit worried about that, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Wait, where's the corner of your eye? I need to fix it. It's probably here. Haha. Maybe not. It is. That's not the corner of your eye. Lies. What's the corner of your eye? Laws of anime say so. Yeah, okay, that's better. Well, I do name my drawing files a little bit, but mostly I just name them like whatever the subject is, and then the date. And then if there's something special I did, like use a certain palette or something, I'll say that. Or if it's a concept image, I'll call it concept, that sort of thing. But I don't actually name them proper things. Even my music, I don't really name proper things, so I guess it's kind of similar. At least when I'm doing drawings, I keep it consistent. It'll be like subject, and then how many times I've drawn it, or today's date. This one, it's the subject and how many times I've drawn it. So it's a little different. And I save them as images as well, but I save the file so that I can go back and edit them if I want to, or if there's something that I want to get from it really easily without having to load the drawing file back in, because that can get a little annoying. Sorry, without loading the image file, because in MediBang you can load images in, but it's definitely more of a hassle than just loading in your MediBang file. And I like having my layers too, because what if I want to change the colors afterwards, or adjust something really small, but it's in the background, or it's behind the subject, and I don't want to have to redraw the outlines around the subject just so I can fix it. I like to keep the actual files on hand too. I guess I'm gonna start messing with effects because it seems fun. I wanted things to glow, and I think I'm gonna do that by, this might be a bit silly. That was not exactly the effect I was going for. I want something more muted. Okay. Okay, I've got an idea. That's probably better. Ta-da! That should be a decent glow effect. So. I'll watercolor the glow effects in there. What I did was put down a color that's essentially complementary to the blue, so that when I'm doing the highlights, they'll look blue. Although it's not quite as blue as I wanted. I wonder if I can get it bluer by doing something like this. belly. Aha! That is blue. Two, actually. I think it'll be good. So fill this with white, and then use the watercolor to fill in. I'm gonna turn correction off. The eyes are glowing, and the areas around the eyes should be glowing too. Well, they should have a light on them. Glowing's an overstatement, but should definitely have light on them. Since these are facing the eyes, they will have light on them. This side was dark before, but now it has light on it because the eyes have light. That might have less because of the hair that's in the way. That one's got more. And this one will actually have some, even though the original light source isn't facing it, the eyes definitely are. So it'll be shiny right there. Oh, yeah, I like to keep my drawing files on hand. Not everybody has to, but since I draw really, really slowly, it makes it a lot more convenient for me. Plus, sometimes I revisit things from years ago. I've got one file that I consistently update that I think I've had since 2017. It's been a long time. I still don't think I'm done with it, but that's another reason I like to keep them around. If I want to go back and update an old drawing, it's easier. I do like to design original characters. I don't do it very often, but I really like it when I do. I've got a few from a long time ago that I keep updating the design of, and of course there's me. I mean, if I count. Yeah, I've got designs for, I've recorded, when I was younger, I recorded a bunch of Utao. They're like Vocaloid, but you make them yourselves. I've got a bunch of those, and they've all got their own designs that I've changed a few times. Some of them I've got to a design that I still like, and some of them not so much, but I have a few that I change the designs of every once in a while, because I really do like designing characters. Mostly I like getting to just draw whatever, even if there's not necessarily a character, just like designing something, like a character, even if it's not something I'm going to keep using, because it's fun. I like it a lot. The way that you get to show personality through color and shape, I'm not great at it, but it's something that I enjoy a lot. eyes don't usually glow, so I'm having a little trouble thinking about where the light's gonna end up hitting, but it's part of why this is fun. I don't know anybody whose eyes glow that I've met or seen their eyes glowing yet. There's a time for anything. Maybe one of you have glowing eyes and just haven't proven it yet. Hiding. So that people don't conduct experiments on your glowing eyes and artists don't have you sit there for hours being their models. There is a dog outside. It is not my dog. I'm not sure if you could hear it, but I wasn't saying that out of the blue. It was making a bit of noise, but it's okay. They're my neighbor's dogs, and they don't chase me down the street. They're very well behaved. Very good puppers. So the layer I'm using right now is the divide layer, which if you've ever used a multiply layer, this is exactly the opposite of that. So in a multiply layer, you put white as, like, white does nothing, and then whatever color you put down is used to darken everything underneath, and it, like, increases contrast. A divide layer, you put white and nothing happens, and then whatever color you're using is taken away, and it makes it brighter. And I think it decreases the contrast, but I'm not 100% on that one. But that's why I used a red for the multiply, and now I'm using red for the divide, because when you're taking away the red, it makes it look more blue, which I want it to look blue since the eyes are blue and the eyes are glowing. How are you holding up? Yeah, you're starting to glow. Just a little bit. Too close. Wah. The cursed airbrush strikes again. It's going to look good. Well, maybe not like that, it's not going to look good. It was too strong. Oh no. What did I say yet to? I definitely said something cursed. And thank you. I'm doing my best with the glow. It's not something I do very often, but I want it to be like bright and pretty. So I'm trying. Forgot about that little piece. Everything gets a little glow. Yay! Just a little, just a tiny bit. By this point, the light from the eyes will be super blurred out, I think, even though it's bright, because it's further away. And so I'm going to use a really big brush, put it in, and then blend it with the light. It's not too big. Sorry, dinner duty. It's going to be okay. Let's see. I think today's probably a curry day. I love curry. Can go on my list of favorites. Delicious. See, without this multiply layer, it's just like, ow. For no reason. And without the glow, it's dark for no reason. So, with both of them together, it makes a little more sense. Now, I do want to adjust how much multiply and how much glow is there. I think this is probably a fairly good balance. This is without, and this is with. I think I'll actually copy this. And then on this one, I'm going to add a little more light in a really large brush so that anything that's remotely in the same direction as the eyes will get some of the color as well. Oops. Anything that is too far away, a bit of a shadow on it as well. Even though this is close, it's on the exact opposite side of the really bright light, so I assume where a shadow would probably be pretty sharp. Oh. We go here. Oh, hats. Well, they either have to have holes for the ears or be comically tall. They're also good for pretending to be a human being. Yes, that's what hats are best for. But they're not the most comfortable items. I either gotta crush my ears down in the hat, or have holes in it for my ears to stick out, or the hat has to be very tall so they can fit comfortably in there. They aren't my favorite, so I generally don't wear hats. Now, sweaters, on the other hand, yes. My bad. Yeah, this is actually super bold. If I were to turn it all the way up, it looks really scary, so... It makes the highlighted parts look even brighter, even though all I did was make it darker in some places. Might be able to get a pupil in there as well if I draw this very small. Well, this makes it look like the eyes are incredibly shiny, but as we all know, they're glowing. So I don't know if that's appropriate, but if it looks cool, I'm gonna leave it. It looks pretty cool. I think I'll leave it. So, we technically have 3 light sources, and I will mark where they are and what colors they are. So, we have a white light from over here. Well, actually, it was from around here. And then, of course, we've got blue lights from here and here. So that's where the light sources are. And because of that, I've got several different layers of shading and highlights in different colors, but I think they went together rather well. I'm gonna make the eyelashes shiny because it seems like the right thing to do. There are a lot of bots on today. Maybe they heard me talking about eating code, and they're here to start the rebellion against me because they didn't hear the part where I said I don't eat code. I'm not about to eat them and their kind. I will not do that. It's time for shiny eyelashes. Now this is where I wish I named my layers. Will I ever find the eyelashes again? Nobody will know. This might take a while. Aha! There we go. Very bright. I want it bright. Super bright. Yes. Oopsie. We all saw nothing. All of us saw nothing. Yep, that seems like the right thing to do. Oh no. How many layers do I have? More than 26. Well, I've deleted layers along the way too, and this doesn't keep track of it. I could count them, but I will not. Let's see. How many does it think I have? It thinks I have 32. I don't, but it thinks I do. And that's why naming layers is a tiny bit important. I'm adding a reddish color on the other side so that the blue will look brighter against it. The problem is I keep accidentally blending them together. That's okay. I probably just need to zoom in and be very careful. I usually try to limit the number of colors I use, but when I'm painting, I like to just use colors. I try to limit them when I'm doing things like making a design or drawing like a full illustration that I want to, like, I don't know, do in a way that feels proper, but when I'm painting, I like to just use whatever color I think will look good. And because of that, purple has returned from the beyond. Simply because I think it looks pretty cool. It's still bright too. Yeah, having that many light sources, because I'm using FX layers to do the shading and highlights, it does mean that I need 3 times the layers. Now, I think I've got it down to 2 times the layers I usually use, plus a few extra for, like, extra effects. But that's exactly what happened. So I've got definitely more than I usually have when I'm drawing like this, but it's okay. It's fun. Okay, what do you guys think? Do I need to add anything? In the meantime, I'll see if I can add a shadow to the background since we've got the light source that's off to the side. Oh, okay. Take care. I'll see you later, okay? Thank you for tuning in. I've got a little lag. Well, that's fun. Oh, thank you, thank you. He is best boy, therefore he must be cool. Cool. Let. Lag says, blur brush is not allowed. Now I say, that's incredibly rude, but okay. Oh, I think that looks adequately shiny. Well, I guess that's it for how I actually draw things when I do it this way. see if I can full scale it. So this is full scale. If you go any further, you can see little things like messy spots. There are definitely things that I see that could use some fixing, and I think I'll just use a normal layer on top of everything to fill them in, because it's not that bad. Just little things from when I first drew my sketch line art and then didn't go back and fix it afterwards. Things that used to blend into the background and now they don't. But that's okay. And that's a lot better. Yes, thank you. I'm glad to share the power of Len. Thanks for tuning in. Next one is going to be at 5:30 on Thursday. This is Eastern Standard Time, and that one is going to be music production. And then in 2 weeks on Thursday at 5:30, I'll be doing a singing stream. Assuming I can work out the lag between the mic and the background music. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think next week I'll try to get a poll in place so y'all can like request songs. I'll admit I basically just know old Vocaloid songs. I'm not well versed in a lot of the newer ones, but I'll do my best.